Moving to Germany can be scary, especially when met with unpreparedness. In this video, I'll be talking about or sharing my own story of how I moved to Germany and everything I experienced in between up to this point. If you want to hear the story, if you feel it's going to be something that would lighten your day a little bit, then stay tuned and watch till the end. Welcome to my Vlogmas, first Vlogmas ever. Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Glory, for those who don't know me, and I am a new YouTuber in Berlin, Germany. And today I'll be sharing with you my experience since moving to Germany 13, 14 years ago. Yes. 2011, I think around July, August, my parents, or my mom specifically, came and told us that, we've been posted to Germany and we will all be moving to Germany soon. I think it should be maybe August, September. It should be around August, September. I'm not sure, because I think we had like approximately 1 month or two to prepare ourselves and to get ready to leave the country. My mom is a diplomat and she was working, of course, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They post them those days every 5 years, I think, or every 3 years, into different European countries to go work for their motherland. And since my mom has been diligent enough to build herself to that point where she could be posted, her posting time came, and the country that was given to her was Germany. And that's how the next chapters of our lives began. So I was in Osun State University doing a pre-degree program, and I had just finished my pre-degree program, and I was intending to enter the university to study international business management. Is this international business management? I don't know, but something with international management, if I'm not mistaken. I can't even remember. And I came back home for holidays around that September period, but then was met with the news that, you won't be going back to school. So I didn't even collect my transcript. Back then, I didn't get my transcript. So we all started preparing for Germany, buying things, going for appointment at the foreign office, passport appointment, this and that, and this shopping appointment. So it was a build up of excitement. I can't even remember if I even sat down one day to research. Maybe I did. I think I did, but it wasn't intense. It wasn't specific. I only knew a few things about Germany, that the BMW is from Germany, BMW, that Bayern Munich is a football club from Germany, and a few just minor, unnecessary, insignificant information. And there was nothing specific I think I researched that could help me personally in my relocation to Germany. And by November, I think mid-November, if I'm not mistaken, we moved. And by that time, our neighborhood, everybody knew that, the ANIS, they are leaving the country, they are relocating. So the day finally came, we had to travel. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, of course, would send big buses for you to put your things in, and people saw it, they were like, I just could read in the faces of people that people were like, I wish I was in their shoes, that kind of a thing. And for me, it's a blessing. It's a blessing that that I did not labor for, but my parents did, and to give me such a comfortable life. I would say comfortable life. Growing up wasn't that comfortable. It was here and there, Once in a while it was good, the other time it was not so good. But moving to Germany, things became better. I don't know if I could find my early days pictures of how I looked when we came to Germany. Oh my goodness, those pictures are funny. I can still remember my first jacket, the winter jacket, but because of course November it was, and then it was cold. I've not really experienced that gravity of cold. Is it gravity I would call it now, or that cold, the magnitude? It was huge. It was tough. It was thick. It was everything, and yeah, we left Nigeria and we came into Germany in 2011 November, and by December we already found the church, the Deeper Life Church, and we were already so to say a member. We were members of the church, and life started. Life changed. Life started. But first of all, let me go back to when we landed at the airport in Frankfurt. When we landed at the airport in Frankfurt, the cold. I was not thinking, I was like, this jacket that they bought for us from Nigeria. They did not, people did not gauge. You did not gauge the cold. People just bought one like kind of, in quote, winter jacket, but it wasn't really wintering. The jacket was not to be compared to the cold that we experienced. When that cold slapped us, it slapped us front, back, center. The cold was much. The cold was cold. That was those days when the snow falls, it is high. That snow that is high, the snow that is thick, the snow that stays on the ground for days, even weeks, and then gradually turns into a sliding slope, or how do I say, slippery ground. Those were the type of snows back then, back in those days. Now climate change has done a lot of things, and it's changed also the I think the heaviness of the cold, of the snow, and how long it stays on the ground when it falls. So that was basically how we entered Germany. And from already, I think from the new year 2020, 2012, we already started with the German language. We were having the private lessons at home for some time, and after that we went into we were admitted into a German language school. We started learning the German language in 2012, I think for approximately 1 year plus. And 2013, I started working. I got a mini job. I think I started working already 2012, but then 2013, I already knew, okay, I needed a job. I started working at Primark, for those who know the store. It's a clothing textile store, and I started working there, I think part-time. That was when I started earning my real money. The money was good. Ask me today what I used that money for. I can't tell you. I can't tell you what I use it for. I don't know how the money disappeared, but it just disappeared. It did disappear. So, yeah. Then I started working part-time. Then 2013. Okay, by already 2012, we already went into a pre-degree program. It's called Student Colleague. Student Colleague, it's for 1 year. So if you do you have to do Student Colleague if you come into Germany and you want to go to the university, you want to study here in Germany, you have to do Student Colleague, especially for countries that their what's it called now, secondary school certificate isn't recognized. Nigeria, for example. So we already started with the Student Colleague, but then unfortunately for me, I wanted to study international business management when I finished, but my mathematics scores was not aligning. It wasn't aligning at the end of the day, so it only could take me into the arts art sector, or art classes. So I ended up picking a course that was related to arts, because if you want to do international business management now, it is for the VA course. For the VA course, W course is Wirtschaft is economics. So so my mathematics score wasn't up to I think it was missing maybe 4 points or something, I don't know. So I had to now look for a course which was a university course now, which was going to correlate with my mathematics score that I got after finishing my student colleague. And that was social work. Social work was the next possible course. And when my mom told me about it and I looked at the course, I looked, okay, it's not bad. Of course, social work is not the type of job or career path that you go into and then you say, I'm going to earn thousands of dollars, some euros from this. If you want to open your NGO, that's a possibility. You can do that. But just working with an NGO or working in the government parastatals, it wouldn't really, except you start, building and going into managerial positions. That's when you would be earning a little bit, around 5,000 euros thereabout. But when I looked at the portfolio of the course itself, I felt like, okay, it's not bad. This is, working with people and all that, and it also gives you the opportunity to work either with children, with youths, with elderly people, with families, different areas, different sectors. And I said, okay, fine, I'll go for it. So I got admission into the university 2013, and I finished my university degree 2018. It took me a little bit of time because in the university, the lecturer will be teaching. Because of how little my German knowledge was, I have to always record the lecturer's lectures, and then I go back home and then I replay it and then I edit my notes. Do you understand? It was tough. And also in the university, that's when you see Germans in their real nature. You rarely see, okay, in my university, we were only 3 blacks. And we were all females. There were no males. So 3 female black ladies, African ladies. One of them even lives not so far from me now. And one was in my own course as well. The other wasn't in my course. So it's challenging because then you're in the midst of a lot of Germans, a lot of white people, and sometimes you just have to make the move. Don't expect Germans to come meet you and ask you, oh, do you need help? Brauchst du Hilfe? They're not always like that. Or they would not always come to you. If you need help, you have to go to the German. You have to go to the black hood, whoever is available. You just don't wait and say, I need help, but let the help come from above. There's no help coming from above for you. In Germany especially, you have to be very, very proactive. Okay? You have to be very proactive. Don't expect people to just throw help or throw, whatever you need your way. In this place, you have to be the one making the move, asking for the help and knocking on the doors. Because if you don't do that, you expect nothing. Don't expect anything. Yeah. So while at the university, I noticed, okay, they're quite reserved. They stay on their own. They follow their cliques and stuff like that. And I had to, because there was a lot of Hausarbeit, they call it, Hausarbeit. So that means you take, or Gruppenarbeit, so that's group work. So you have a topic and then you have to divide it among yourselves. It has to do with presentation, research, then you have to now present the work. So that has to do with a lot of, meeting with a group of people, and I have to make the move. I didn't expect anybody to come to me, even though I had challenges. I experienced also, I think, more or less my first, second, third discrimination experience at the university, but still yet it was minor. It was minor compared to what people do experience. Yeah, it's really minor. But just the fact that opened my eyes to see, okay, how Germans really think, or how they think, how their natural what they are naturally. They are quite reserved people. So that made me to understand, okay, now this is what you have to do, this is how you have to move, this is how you have to act, this is what. So that was how I was able to graduate. My dear sisters and brothers, that was how I was able to graduate. So I had to ask questions, I had to be proactive, I have to ask for help when I didn't understand things. I had to ask for extra notes, some notes of other people, even the ladies, the African ladies that I also met. They were of great help to me, and we kind of built a clique as well, of course, with some other Germans as well, and it was really helpful for me. That was how I was able to go through the university, and I came out with a good result by God's grace. It wasn't easy until today. Even when I speak my German, I'm like, oh, Glory, you still have a long way to go. Your German don't sound like a real German. But everybody tells me, no, du sprichst schon sehr gut Deutsch. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it, but I know I'm not yet there. I know I'm not yet there. But that's how I actually scaled through my university days. It was tough at the beginning, but the goal is consistency. The goal is to keep showing up. The goal is to keep going to classes. Sometimes our classes are very early, and I lived 1 hour away, and in Berlin you can actually travel 1.5 hours. Yeah, I'm still in Berlin. So I lived 1 hour away, 1.5 hour roughly away from my university back then. So just imagine how much it takes me when your class starts by 8 a.m. and you have to be there. So it was a lot. It was a lot, but God helping me. And I was also working part-time, I think, at some point on a steady to just earn a little to take care of the family. And then before you know it, 2015, my parents had to go back, and I was basically the one, holding the family down with my brother and my siblings. All of us, we were just there for each other. And another thing you should also take note of when you want to move to Germany and you don't have a community, or you don't have a family or any immediate family, sibling, friend, try to build a community, a support group, a support system for yourself, because Germany can be isolating sometimes. Germany can be depressing as well if you don't take time to build, Festbeziehung. If you don't take time to build strong connections, strong relationships with certain people. It can just be one person, it can be two, it can be as much as you want, but let those relationships be strong. Let them be firm relationships, people that you can run to, talk to, that would make you feel you are not alone. It's very important. And yes, and that's how basically I scaled through the university time. And immediately I graduated, I got my first job. Yes. And which I worked for 2 years plus, I think 2 years, not plus, 2 years. And then afterwards got my second job, worked again for 2 years. Then I got pregnant. No, I got married and I got pregnant. And then after pregnancy, and then 1 year staying at home, and now back to work. That's a summary of my life here in Germany so far. Yes, so if you have any questions for me, I am very open. I would definitely treat your questions, treat any concerns you have. Just put it in the comment section for me. Please don't forget to like, to subscribe, and subscribe, put on the notification bell, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you guys for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye.